Thanks for staying tuned. And now to the foreign scene. Here is Around the World in 5.
A severe thunderstorm has killed dozens of people and injured hundreds more in Nepal. Homes were destroyed and trees uprooted as strong winds swept through the south of the country. Witnesses say the casualties include passengers on a bus that was blown off the road. Rescuers in Bara district are calling for emergency aid. In the UK, lawmakers are again setting the Brexit agenda by taking control of Parliament. They're attempting to find an alternative to Theresa May's Brexit deal, which has been rejected 3 times. A second round of indicative votes is being held to see if there is an option that can command a majority. The EU will hold an emergency summit on April 10th.
One thing is clear, which is that we have to leave the European Union in good order. Members of Parliament won't vote for no deal, and indeed no deal would be bad for our economy and bad for the Union. But also staying in a customs union or accepting a single market would mean that some of the manifesto pledges that were made at the general election would be compromised.
The Prime Minister has said that she will listen to the House. And one of the reasons we are in this difficulty, I mean, it's another very serious week, is because of the numbers in the House. MPs just have 1 vote each, and we have to find a way of delivering on Brexit.
Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has lost control of the capital, Ankara. A string of other provinces also slipped from his grasp during the local elections, with voters punishing him for the economic downturn.
I am afraid we from the Congress of the Council of Europe are not fully convinced that Turkey currently has the free and fair electoral environment which is necessary for genuinely democratic elections in line with European values and principles.
And in Algeria, following weeks of protests against his leadership, President Abdelaziz Bouteflika will be stepping down before his mandate expires on April 28th. The news came via a statement from his office in which the 82-year-old says he will ensure continuity of the state's institutions before he quits. The protest had also led to the president dropping plans to seek re-election for a 5th term. The elections have been postponed, and the government has promised to organize a national conference which will discuss reforms to address the discontent. Observers say that before now it had been unclear when or if he would step down. One of Russia's richest women has died in a plane crash in Germany. Natalia Filevia, who co-owned Russia's second-largest airline, S7, was traveling in a small aircraft which witnesses say plunged headfirst into a field near Frankfurt. Her fortune was worth an estimated $600 million, according to Forbes magazine. Crews in southwestern China are struggling to contain a forest fire which has killed more than 25 firefighters. The blaze broke out on Saturday in an area with poor transport and communication links. A Vietnamese woman accused of killing the half-brother of North Korea's Kim Jong-un has escaped the death penalty. Kim Jong-nam died after being smeared with poison at Kuala Lumpur's main airport in February 2017. Doan Thi Huong says she thought she was taking part in a reality show. She has been sentenced to 3 years and 4 months in jail after pleading guilty to a lesser charge of causing harm with a dangerous weapon. Her lawyer says she could be released as early as next month.
She's happy about this, and our main interest is to protect the interests of one, to make sure that she serves sentence here and she can go back home as soon as she can. She's fine, she's happy and jubilant about this sentence and the fact that she can go back home.
Cocaine with an estimated street value of more than $100 million has been destroyed at a special facility in Sri Lanka. The drugs were weighed before being dissolved into special containers. The liquid was later burned and destroyed. The country's president says he plans to push ahead with measures to reintroduce the death penalty for drug offences. Thailand's northern provinces are enduring record smog levels. It poses a serious health risk to the public, with readings in some areas 10 times higher than what world authorities deem to be safe. Residents are being advised to stay inside or to wear face masks if they venture outside. And finally, a rare phenomenon has been caught on camera. Social media users posted video and images of a waterspout as it moved towards Malaysia's island of Penang. The funnel could be seen for about 5 minutes before it hit land and dissipated. And that's your international news around the world in 5.
And from there, it's on to the sports news of the day. Here is Ayotunde Balogun.
Super Falcons head coach Thomas Dennerby is not bothered about being drawn in what has been tagged the group of death, or a tough group, at the FIFA Women's World Cup coming up in France. Well, he insists that the team will play to win every game in Group A that parades host France, Norway and South Korea.
If we have, I don't talking so much about the result now. Of course, we are going to win every game. We will try to do our very best every minute of when we are on the field. But for me to feel that we have a successful tournament, you must see when we play the games that we have improved the teams away, that we are closer, the best ones, than we were before I arrived. But it's hard to say exactly what that is, but definitely I hope so, that we can show everybody in Nigeria that we have improved the team and are closer to the best ones.
In the English Premier League, goals from Aaron Ramsey and Alexander Lacazette helped Arsenal to a comfortable win over Newcastle United in tonight's EPL clash, and putting them in third position on the log. The result sees the Gunners leapfrog both Manchester United and local rivals Tottenham Hotspur as the race for the Champions League qualification continues. Chelsea have been fined £11,100 following a fan trouble during their Europa League game at Malmo in February. Maurizio Sarri's team were charged by the European football governing body over pitch invasions by their supporters. Chelsea and the Swedish club Malmo were both charged with throwing of objects. French League club Strasbourg have celebrated their French League Cup triumph with fans earlier today. Well, Strasbourg at the weekend won their first major trophy since 2005 by edging out Guingamp on penalties in the final after a drab goalless draw in Lille. The victory completes an incredible rise back to the top for a club which was relegated to the 5th tier in 2011 after experiencing financial difficulties. And that's the sports news. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. The news at 10 continues shortly.
And the main news again, the suspended Chief Justice of Nigeria, Walter Onnoghen, has opened his defense at the Code of Conduct Tribunal in the case of alleged false assets declaration. A Code of Conduct Bureau Director has been summoned by the tribunal to appear as a witness for the suspended Chief Justice. Also today, the Lagos State Police Command confirmed the arrest of personnel suspected to be involved in the killing of a football fan, Kolade Johnston, in Lagos, with a vow to ensure that justice prevails in the matter. And the embattled Algerian President Abdelaziz Bouteflika has succumbed to pressure with an assurance that he would leave office before April the 28th. That's tonight's News at 10. Thanks for being with us. My name is Ladi Akiri Duluale. Good night.